वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Going to discuss about our own religion. What is our religion name? Name of our religion. I hope you all must be knowing this. You can type the proper and original name of our religion. What is, do you know anything? Anybody knows the original and proper name of our religion? No? It is Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana Dharma is our religion's actual and proper name of our religion. So what is Sanatana? Sanatana is which means Sanatana Dharma means it's a way of life, our customs, religion, customs and traditions, rituals, what we have to follow in our life. Okay, and Sanatana means which cannot be destroyed. The Sanatana cannot be destroyed even by fire, water, air, or any other weapon. Okay, it cannot be destroyed. That is the meaning of Sanatana. And what is Dharma? Dharma is very, very important aspect in our life. It is about harmony, attitude, and the way of life. Dharmo rakshita rakshitaha. Actually, if you follow Dharma, Dharma will protect you back. Children, for example, suppose if you are helping somebody those who are in stress or somebody in need of help, and you are helping out of their stress and agony. So what will happen? They'll feel so happy and relieved, and they will bless you definitely. This dharma will, whatever you are doing it today, either immediately or later on, or in a direct way or in an indirect way, this dharma, whatever you are doing, will protect you back. One day you will get help when you are in stress. So we must always ready to do help to others. I hope you all must be doing always helping others. I know you, but remember, we must do help. We must have the helping nature with us. Ma, is it clear? Because I'm getting a notification the net is not good.
Yeah, now it is clear. Sometimes it becomes slow, but you're fine.
Okay. Now we have seen what is Sanatana and what is Dharma. Sanatana, which cannot be destroyed, and Dharma, it is the way of our life. We have to be ready to do good things to others. We should not hurt others. So, and Sanatana Dharma is having three main pillars. One is Yajna, second is Dhanam, and third is Tapas. Okay. Yajna, Dhanam, Tapas are the main important pillars of our Sanatana Dharma. Okay. Now, today we will see about in detail about the first pillar, that is Yajna. Okay. Yajna means what? Yajna is like our duty. It is our duty to do. What are all the duties we need to follow? how we can contribute back to the universe. See, children, we are getting so many things from the nature, isn't it? We are getting water, we are getting it from the nature. But what we are doing back to the nature, have you ever think about it? We gave a thought about it? No. So now we will learn how we are going to contribute back to the nature. So in 5 different ways, we can contribute to the nature. There are 5 yajnas, that is Pancha Maha Yajnas. Now let us understand what they are. First one is Deva Yajna. See the anti-clockwise position they have written here. Divya, can you show the slides? Deva Yajna, Brahma Yajna, Pitru Yajna, Manush and Bhuta Yajna. Yeah. Panchamaha Yajnas are, I repeat, Deva Yajna, Brahma Yajna, Pitru Yajna, Manusha Yajna and Bhuta Yajna. So, Yajna is very simple. What? See, nowadays, your mother must be doing daily pujas to God, in offering prayers to God. That is Deva Yajna. See, our Guru Swamini Amma asked all of you to create an altar, and Jai Shri Ma'am is teaching prayers, and at the end you are doing arati, right? These are the small things you are learning every day, isn't it? That is whatever you are offering is Deva Yajna. That is why we are encouraging you to create an altar in your room or in your hall, wherever you find it suitable place. You do an altar and do this procedures and all. You follow this procedure. We are teaching you to follow Deva Yajna, doing showing our gratitude to Ishvara is Deva Yajna. And second one is Brahma Yajna. Brahma Yajna is showing our gratitude towards the gurus. Not only our academic teachers, we are showing our respect, gratitude to the Kula Gurus and other Adi Shankara, like Guru. We will be having Kula Gurus now. They will be coming on auspicious days. They used to come to our house and do a lot of rituals. We have to respect them. We have to respect and protect the spiritual culture of our world. So those who are mastering those spiritual culture, we have to respect them. This is Brahma Yajna. Okay, and the third one is Pitru Yajna. Pitru Yajna is what? Showing to our parents and ancestors. So, and our following all our traditions. So your elders must be performing lot of Pitru Yajna. So you could have noticed in your family also, we paying respect, showing respect to our ancestors is Pitru Yajna. And the fourth one is Manusha Yajna. It is showing our gratitude and helping serving others, helping others uh, to the fellow human being is Manusha Yajna. Children, at this hour, this intense period of COVID, see how doctors, policemen, and all our COVID warriors are fighting and doing lot of service, great service to the nation by protecting us, all of us. They are doing great Manusha Yajna. That is helping others is human to human. We doing help to you earlier. We always okay. And the last one, fifth one is Bhuta Yajna. Yes. It's not the ghost or bhuta word. It is not like that. Bhuta yajna is the appreciating the creations of Ishvara, all the creations like birds, animals, everything, worshipping animals, plants, and these are all bhuta yajna. So, how we can do bhuta yajna? What way we can show our gratitude to the nature? We can plant some new different plants around our house. We can do watering is one way of protecting our plants, helping our plants, and birds, keeping bird feeders. In summer, not only in summers we can keep extra that water, keeping water pots for the birds and animals. Um, these and all Bhuta Yajna. Okay, we can protect, we can help the birds and animals. And see, you could have noticed your mother worshipping the Tulasi plant. Yes, we in Hindu culture, Sanatana Dharma, we used to do pujas to the plants also, plants and trees, tulasi plant, neem tree, people tree. For all these things, everybody used to do pujas. Why they are taking it to that great level is this: we are showing the gratitude towards the creation of Ishvara. So all the nature's creation is also very, very important. Whatever the small work you are doing to the nature, see, keeping some every day, some in families, in some of the families, some people used to follow the tradition of keeping food to the crow daily in the morning. Before taking food, they used to keep the food first to offer the rice to the crow. That is one sort of bhuta yajna. So now we have seen all the five. I hope you all could understand all the five. I give a quick recap: Deva Yajna, Brahma Yajna, Pitru Yajna, Manusha Yajna, and Bhuta Yajna. Right? Is it clear, student? Do you have any doubt in this? I want to ask you some of the important questions which is related to our culture and tradition. So, okay. Shall I repeat once again? They were telling that my voice is breaking.
Yes, Rajeshwari, you can continue.
Okay. Okay. The first question: why do we touch the feet of our parents and elders, doing namaskara to our parents and elders? Why do we do this? Any guess? Seek their blessings and show their respect. Very good, very good. Very Vivan, good, very good answer by Vivan. Rhythm is giving what's his field? I don't know. Now is it clear?
It's clear to me.
Because they are our, yeah. Yes, yes, children. Now, yeah, many of you are giving a right answer. We need to get their blessings, because you can change the next slide.
Answer.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, here, this is the answer. I asked you the question. Touching their feet is the sign of respect. Many of you have answered this. And see, parents and elders always do selfless service to us. Okay, they won't mind whether they are sick or they are not well. They don't mind about that, but they will come forward to protect you, to do your work, to help you out. They will come always. It is especially your mother, your parents, mother and father, they always think about your welfare, your future, and they will plan everything accordingly. They will be dedicating the entire life for you. So it is our duty to show the gratitude, and today take their blessing, we do namaskara. Okay? Good wishes. If they bless, especially both your parent, mother and father, you remember always you must get their blessings. See, because they are dedicating the entire life to you. Now it is your turn. Your turn to show your gratitude. Okay. And the second question now. Second general question about our tradition and customs. Okay. The second question is, why do we wear marks, tilaka, bottu? See, I'm also wearing a bottu. You know, why we on our forehead? Why we keep a bottu or tilak? Any guess? Again, children. To increase concentration. Akhilesh giving very good answer. Ma'am, for protection. What? Yeah, very nice. Yes. Let me tell you one more clear idea about this. Our brain gets sharp. Vibha Sharma is telling our brain gets sharp. Yes. See, children, this is this point in between the two eyebrows. This point is the concentration point for us. Okay. Always, even if you meditate also, your guru will instruct, meditation teachers will be telling you to concentrate, put your concentration here in between the two eyebrows, because this point is the memory point for us. If you concentration, if you do concentration on this point, your memory power will increase. So to make this portion cool always, and to strong, make it strong. Yeah, that's why. If we protect that memory, then automatically our brain will become sharp. That's right. Yeah, very good guess. Many children are answering nicely. Yeah, correct answers you are giving. The next, third and final question, what I am going to ask you is, I think Vibha, she asked this question, I think. Why do we do pratakshana, going around the temple shrine or parents in a clockwise manner? That is, why do we do pradakshana in temples? Any guess, children? Hmm. To get blessings from God. No, God will bless us always, mom. Always. If you are showing our gratitude, Deva Yajna, if you do, He will always bless us. To have nice health, to respect God. Lord Ganesha, Vivan, very nice. Lord Ganesha did this to his parents. Yeah, very nice answers. Very nice guess. Nothing wrong in that. But let me tell you the answer. See, if you draw a circle, okay, there will be one center point always. Okay, it's a fantastic explanation. Try to remember always. If you draw a circle, you will find only one center point or radius. everything will be equally distributed. So it is, we can understand like this, that God will be always in the center, and his concentration will be all spread all with all of us, all around and all of us. So keeping the sanctum sanctorium on in center, and we are doing the pradakshina. Okay. If we do pradakshina, what will happen? We will be always keeping the devas in God in to our right side, and we will be doing pradakshina. So in according to our custom, right side is the considered to be a auspicious one. So doing everything, if you are giving anything to others, you have to do it with right hand. You're not just give, it is not so good, you know. So right side is always considered as a good direction. So we are keeping always God in the, if you notice, if you do clockwise, always what God will be to our right side. So he will, we can assume that he is showing the right way to conduct ourselves. Many ways to conduct our life in a right direction. That is why we do pradakshina in clockwise, keeping God in the center, assuming that, presuming that he will give blessings to all of us equally, cover his blessings. That is why we keep we do pradakshina in the clockwise direction. Okay. I hope you all enjoyed the session and understood all the Panchamaha Yajna. Okay. Is it clear? Any doubt on this? It's very nice, you know. We covered everything. Deva, first Deva, Lord, and second Brahma, the teacher's guru, and third one is Pitru, our ancestors, great grandparents and grandparents, and fourth one is Manushagnya, our fellow human beings, and fifth one is the nature, Bhuta Yajna. Everything almost we have covered everything. So it is most important to do gratitude, contribution to all is the Panchamahayajna. Now, I'll give you one homework. Both of you,
Rajeshwari,
please know, make.
Rajeshwari, that pradakshina part, can we just read from the slide? Some people have not understood it.
Yeah, okay.
Let us just read it off. Can you read from the slide?
Yeah.
Why pradakshina?
Yeah. Just as every point on a circle is equal distance from the center, the Lord is the center, source and essence of our lives. Recognizing him as a focal point in our lives, we go about doing our daily activities. Yeah, this is the significance of pradakshina. This means that whatever we or whoever we may be, we are equally close to the Lord. His grace flows towards us without partiality. As we do pradakshina, the Lord is always on our right. In India, the right side symbolizes auspiciousness. So as we circumambulate the sanctum sanctorum, we remind ourselves to lead an auspicious life of righteousness with the Lord, who is the indispensable source of help and strength, as our guide, the right hand. So we need the clockwise pradakshina.
I think Vivan's question, yeah.
I couldn't see Vivan's question, Amma.
Yeah, this was Vivan's doubt. I think he must be clear now, right, Vivan? Now, if you want, you can proceed to that homework assignment.
Yeah. Yeah. Today we have seen all the Panchamahayajna, isn't it? I think, I hope it is very clear to you all. So give 3 examples for each of the Panchamahayajna that we have just discussed. That is the homework. So during today's evening 4 to 7 session, you can post your answers in the WhatsApp group. I repeat the question. Can you give 3 examples of each of the Panchamahayajnas that we have just discussed? Okay. Thank you, my dear children. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.
Om Rajeshwari, thank you. Thank you, Rajeshwari ma'am. Everybody is saying. Okay, so since we have some time now, so we will just do a short review, and then I would like to show you all a video. Okay, we will all watch a nice video made by a small child, 8 years old. Okay, so see, this homework assignment is not only for the children, it is for parents also. Because see, children are very young. And what did Rajeshwari ma'am tell you? These 5 duties, Deva Yajna, that is any puja we do every day, right? And all of you are doing such wonderful aratis. I'm seeing everybody, your prayer room and your plate and flowers you've selected, fruits and nuts. Wonderful. So this is all Deva Yajna, right? This I think all of us are doing, right? Anybody not doing? I don't want any hands coming up. Okay. Then Rajeshwari ma'am talked about Brahma Yajna. Yeah. This Brahma Yajna is also called Rishi Yajna. Yeah. So you see, Lakshmi Mami is telling us this beautiful story of Ramayana. Who is the author? Chat box. Anybody can answer except Akhilesh. He knows all the answers. Yes, Vivan, Valmiki, right? So Valmiki, and tomorrow you will get to hear another great Rishi, Vyasa. So when we respect these Rishis and sages, that is Brahma Yajna. See, we don't only celebrate our birthdays, right? We celebrate Valmiki's birthday, Vyasa birthday. Anybody knows when is Vyasacharya's birthday? Chat box. Akhilesh, you can answer. Vyasa Purnima, is it familiar? Okay. So the great Vyasa Rishi, his birthday is celebrated as Guru Purnima, which generally comes around July. So, you know, like if you study Ramayana, if you study Bhagavad Gita, Sanskritam, you are doing Brahma Yajna, right? If you study geography, mathematics, botany, it's not really Brahma Yajna, okay? So that is the second Yajna Rajesh ma'am told you. Third one is very, very important, Pitra Yajna, right? So Pitra Yajna is to respect our parents. Yeah. Now, you know, in your homework, you know, I was reading your homework when Jayashree ma'am had asked you, what all do you do with your hands? They were beautiful answers. I, you know, bring things for my parents. I bring them water. That is a great punya karma. Yeah. So serving our parents, we must do it. Yeah. And not only them, we must serve our grandparents also. See, the older one gets, you cannot move about, right? So they need company. We should spend maybe 1 hour with them every day. Ask them to tell you, stories on, you know, on our Sanatana Dharma. They'll be happy, right? And that is all about Pitra Yajna, how to serve and all any elders, you know, older people. It can be your old neighbor also. Yeah, we see them all as our fathers and mothers. Then we had Manisha Yajna. Manisha Yajna is helping fellow beings. If somebody, you know, weak in some subject in your class, you know, do an online session with him or her. Help them out with their homework. Somebody is weak in some subject, or we can buy some things like school bags and pencils, you know. On the weekend, we are going to see a wonderful presentation about how to help, those people who don't have much money. And we will see that on Sunday. Okay. So Manisha Yajna is, helping whoever needs help. Okay. Ah, wonderful. Yes, Aditya, sisters helping you. Yeah, siblings can help each other, right? Which is very normal. And then the last one is Bhuta Yajna. Bhuta is any living being. Yeah. So by living being means we should not throw stones at dogs. We should not just break the branches of a tree. Some people do that. I know none of you do that, but this can also happen, right? Bhuta Yajna. And Rajeshwari ma'am told you how we put a little rice, cooked rice for the crows. Yeah. And then we put seeds on our terrace. Then we put a rangoli. Today everybody has to draw a rangoli. And traditionally, a rangoli is drawn with rice flour. Yeah, then little ants will come and they will eat it. Yeah, so that is their breakfast and lunch and dinner. So that is Bhuta Yajna. Okay, you can draw a rangoli, and then you can feed cows. And then crows we are feeding, pets. Yeah, taking care of the environment, protecting, watering plants. All this is Bhuta Yajna, environment. See, if it were not for environment, how we will get oxygen? No? So we have to take care of nature, and nature in turn will protect us. Like we heard, dharmo rakshita rakshati. So if we take care of somebody, then that somebody also will take care of us. Yeah. How much care, parents and our grandparents took care of us. I remember when I was a little girl, I learned all my trigonometry and calculus from my grandfather. He was a bit strict, so he would even sometimes hit us like this. But I think today nobody hits anybody, we are not allowed to do that. But the lessons all stayed with me. Yeah. So we would touch the feet, of our parents and elders. And then you see, it is like a radiation almost, The moment you touch the feet of your elders, you will find a current like Ashirvadam, in your body. Try it, in the morning after your bath, touch your feet. And whether the parents or grandparents say something or not, the blessing will just flow. And it will make your mind clear and cheerful. You will know all the answers. And this will be very, very important, So all this we covered, this is a Bhuta Yajna, and the homework assignment, as you heard, is each of the yajnas, are you doing them and in what way? And as I said, this is for parents also, more for parents. And our Shastras say that we have to do this every day. Yeah, every day, Pancha Mahayajnas. Children will do it in small ways, simple ways. And we elders and adults can do it in a little bit more expanded way. Okay, wonderful. So we heard a very nice talk on dharma. What our religion. Sometimes we say Hinduism. Hinduism is a much later word, right? The English word, like India. But what is the name of our country? Bharatam. So Hinduism is the new name, and the real name is Sanatana Dharma. Yeah? Dharma, as you heard, means duty, ethics, harmony. Yeah. Today, India is really world famous. I mean, not for the current statistics, but because it's a land of Dharma. Dharma is still very much alive in our country. Yeah? Because it's duty based. Yeah. And if the students, if you all do your dharma, your duty, that is the right of teachers and parents. And their duties are your rights. Yeah? So we have to focus on dharma, duty, and everything will fall into place. Is it not? Okay, right. Yes, Akhilesh, thank you. So Sanatana Dharma is a name of the religion, but it is a way of life. Akhilesh has written it is a science. Absolutely. You see, there's a scientific basis. You know, you heard Akhilesh had posted the comment. See, I have a mala here in my hand, you know, and we do japa, you know, every day for some, maybe a few 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So this has got typically 108 beads, right? And we saw a few connections there. The distance from Earth to the Sun is equal to 108 times the diameter of the Sun. And the distance from Earth to the Moon is also equal to 108 times the diameter of the Moon. This is one answer. But there are many such answers in Hatha Yoga and all that. Why this number 108 is a divine number? Because you see, the distance we saw Hanuman Chalisa, how did Tulsidas estimate the distance from the earth to the sun in the Hanuman Chalisa? So there is a very intelligent design to the universe. That is, Ishvara has made everything perfect. Orbits, laws, gravity, electricity, the functions of our body. And that is why everything is sacred. Okay. Okay. So I think we are almost reaching the break. Yeah, I forgot to announce that. We will have the usual break. But I want to show you a little video before that. Let me show you that. So this is a in this video you will see a typical Deva Yajna, okay, describing a Deva Yajna. One second, I'm still trying to share it with all of you. Rajeshwari, you just give me a thumbs up if you can hear, just see the video. You can see it? Yeah? Okay. So everybody, children, pay attention to this video. And it's about, oh, somebody has started to draw. Yeah, please do not annotate. I think I should disable that also. Let me see. Okay, so please pay attention and you're going to watch now the video.
Hello, my name is Ira. I want to tell you all about my favorite Devata, Saraswati Devi, goddess of knowledge, also known as Vag Devi, goddess of speech, also known as Medha Devi, goddess of buddhi, intelligence. She's also lovingly known as Sharda Devi. Isn't she beautiful? Look at her bright, intelligent eyes, the pure white sari with the veena in her hands and Vedas and Japamala in the other hands. She looks so happy and peaceful and kind, doesn't she? Let me tell you a secret. I and Devi Saraswati get along very well. Do you know why? Because we both love books. I love to read lots of books covering all different topics and subjects. Saraswati is very intelligent as she is the goddess of all knowledge. And knowledge is power. When I recite any shlokas or mantras, I'm offering salutations to Saraswati Devi, as all mantras are from the Vedas. I also love to chant and do japa of the mantra given to me every morning with my japamala. I feel very blessed and protected when I do the japa. Since she is the goddess of knowledge, all knowledge is sacred. Knowledge of science, arts, music, sports, everything. So I always pray to Saraswati Devi when I begin my studies or music and even my dance class. Not to forget, even at the beginning of my karate class. Yeah! Saraswati Devi is always blessing me, no matter what. I even think of her before I begin my favorite sports activity, table tennis. On the Shera, I make an altar for my books, pens, computer, kungrus, guitar and Casio, roller skates, table tennis rackets and my karate uniform. Mama also puts a mobile phone on the altar. We invoke Saraswati Devi by praying to her with full devotion. She blesses us completely when we start using all the above instruments of knowledge in our life. I also pray to her with my full heart on Vasant Panchami. You see that Hamsa, meaning swan? Saraswati rides on that swan. The swan is very intelligent. You know why? He is intelligently able to separate the milk from a mixture of milk and water. I want to be as intelligent as the Hamsa. Every Friday, I offer a garland of white flowers to Saraswati Devi with a lot of love. Devi Saraswati is always blessing me in all that I do in my life. It makes me so happy. Saraswati Devi is very special to me. I love her so much. व्याकुन्देन्दु तुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा. Namaskara to Devi Saraswati, who is pure white like jasmine, with the coolness of moon, brightness of snow, and with the shine of the garland of pearls, and who is covered with pure white garments, whose hands are adorned with veena and boon-giving staff, and who is seated on pure white lotus, who is always adored by Brahmaji, Bhagwan Vishnu, Bhagwan Shankara, and other devas. O Devi Saraswati, please protect me and remove my ignorance completely. Om Saraswatyai Namaha.
Wasn't that lovely, children? This is the voice of a little girl, 8-year-old girl, whose name is Ira Pandya. And she also attended a summer camp and learned all these important things, shlokas, devatas, panchamahayajnas, dharma, and they all put together a video on Ishtadevata. So her Ishtadevata means the one you love the most. Which form of Bhagavan do you love the most? I'm sure you all have your favorite form, and this more details will come in the next session about Ishtadevata with Jayashree ma'am. Okay. All right. So now shall we go for a break? And yeah, have you all turned on your cameras, by the way? Everybody? Yes. So shall we go for a break now? Good. So in this break, we will not do Arati. Okay. So you take a proper break, have your snacks or water or whatever. And in the next session, we will have more important, the remaining shlokas of the daily shlokas. There are many, many shlokas, but we selected about 8. Yeah? And Jayashree ma'am is going to review your homework. Okay, so we will see some answers first and then proceed on to that. Okay, so make sure you come back by 12:05. Okay, is that okay? 12:05, little more than 15 minutes. Thank you. Om Shanti.